kid, my mother's sister, it was my Uncle Bob. It was 1981. I remember he died. And as a child, I was like 10 or 11. I remembered it was weird because Uncle Bob was 30, this kind of cool party animal guy. And I had just thought about it recently. Uncle Bob was a helicopter pilot in Vietnam. And he died at 31 because of that job. And it was the weirdest death of my life. And I just remember, the only thing I remember about Uncle Bob is a statement I heard my mother and her sister talking about. In the autopsy, when they took out his heart, a 31-year-old man, it was like Jell-O. It went through their fingers, the doctor's fingers. Now it's from Agent Orange. It's crazy. I don't even think that my cousins know that Monsanto killed their father. And I don't know if it's my responsibility to tell them, but it's my responsibility to fight back, and that's why I'm here. Monsanto is responsible for producing the most dangerous products ever conceived in human history, including Agent Orange, DDT, and PCBs. And now we're here for GMOs. The reckless use of these chemicals calls into question Monsanto's testing standards. First, their lack of scientific rigor, their disregard for the precautionary principle, and their disregard for human life and our ecosystem. We're currently faced with Monsanto's proliferation of genetically modified foods and the use of the dangerous chemicals associated with their production. Additionally, we're also worried about their efforts to control the world food supply. And I'll tell you why it's very important for those that don't know. In 2000, in the year 2000, an open letter from world scientists to all governments concerning genetically modified organisms was signed by 828 of the leading scientists of the world. It detailed concerns about genetically modified organisms and called for an immediate 5-year suspension of their proliferation. And this was in order to conduct a comprehensive investigation to secure the future of agriculture for humanity and for food security for the entire planet.
There's a company called Biologics. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but it's this little independent, well, I guess it's not that little, but an independently owned research company that was doing research into colony collapse disorder. And their research, I mean, pretty much people know the colony collapse disorder is caused by probably a bunch of different things. And definitely the neonicotinoids seem to be a main culprit, but GMOs are not getting off on this one. You know, we're pretty sure there's a lot of evidence to suggest that GMOs are part of the cause as well. So Biologics was doing a lot of important research, and their research was implicating GMOs in colony collapse disorder. So what do you think happened to Biologics? Does anybody know?
Disappeared.
Monsanto bought that company. Monsanto bought that company. I haven't heard anything from them since. So one of the things that has come to light recently, you know, what's the whole plan behind this? Why are these companies doing what they're doing? There's an interesting thing in the news, didn't see much about it. It was covered, but just a little bit. Monsanto paid $1 billion to buy a company that supplies climate change information to farmers, because that's where they're headed next. Now, okay, you know, maybe it's not such a bad idea to prepare for climate change. I think it would be better still if we did something about preventing it. And I think definitely you look at a company like Monsanto, they see climate change as an opportunity. They want to cash in on it. They're not trying to prevent it. They're not trying to support people who are doing things to prevent something terrible from happening. They're just going to try to make some money off of it. So I wanted to talk about some of the things that have happened. What have we learned about GMOs, right? So we've learned that there have been mystery wheat fields popping up, right? We saw that the people who are supposed to be controlling the GMOs, they're not controlling GMOs. This stuff is going everywhere. There's the name of the book that came out in July is called Drift, and it's about GMO pollen drifting all over the place, contaminating other crops, contaminating the crops that organic farmers and other farmers are trying to grow. They don't want this stuff in their farms. They don't want this stuff in their fields. They don't want this stuff in the food that they're growing for us. And it's getting there. because you cannot control it. It's a living thing and it's getting all over the place. So just this past week, again, the same thing's happening, except now it's alfalfa. Now there's an alfalfa field that popped up. This farmer's got no idea how this GMO alfalfa got into his fields. And no one knows because they can't control it, because it gets out, because it's a living thing and they let it out and they're careless with it, and they've used their political power to make sure that the regulations governing it are nowhere near adequate to keep it out of the non-GMO food supply.
Since the days of Christ and kings, it's been war and wicked minds. Might as well just burn your cash, making new shit anyway.
This is Paul Wesley, aka Prince True Chaser, youtube.com/Prince True Chaser. First person to expose the media in Philadelphia, first person to expose the chemtrails in Philadelphia. I'm here right now against Monsanto. Subscribe to the channel of truth, PrinceTrueChaser.com. Because until we change our mind, until we put love in our heart, nothing's gonna change. Get this junk off my table.
I've started to be GMO free. I've been educating myself a lot the past couple of months. Just for my own personal health reasons. I actually suffer from a skin condition called psoriasis, and I've been following a book written by Dr. Pagano that you actually use food to heal your body basically from the inside out, and a lot of it is, you know, the same basis as what all these people here believe. You know, what you put into your body really, really, truly affects what is on the outside, and people are so uneducated about what's really happening, and because I've seen results in myself, I just feel that much more strongly about getting the word out and, you know, educating my friends, my family, you know, just anyone that will listen, really.
Okay. What did you change, and when did you start to change it?
I've actually been, well, it's not really diet, it's a lifestyle change. I basically I cut out, you know, red meats, basically processed foods. 80% of my diet is, you know, fruits and vegetables. I try and buy organic as often as possible, although it's tough when you're on a budget. But, you know, and I have seen amazing changes just in, you know, reflecting on the outside.
We're firing up the mob. I know the plans of the master. Every single day the earth spins faster. Revolutionary. I know the plans of the master. Every single day the earth spins faster. Revolutionary.
You're a despicable mayor, Nutter. Get out of office. I don't like you trying to take Philadelphians' guns. You know Sandy Hook was staged.
Every single day the earth spins faster. Revolutionary. revolutionary.